If you're a social worker, therapist, caregiver, or someone who's always taking care of everyone else, I have a question for you. When was the last time you checked in with yourself before checking in with everyone else? Not your calendar, not your clients, emails, your body. Because so many helping professionals wake up already exhausted before the workday even begins. And eventually that stress starts living in the body. If that's you, you're in the right place. Before we jump in, introduce yourself in the comments, tell me what type of work you do, and where you're watching from. I love getting to know this community because you're the reason I make these videos. And if you're looking for practical ways to regulate your nervous system every week, make sure you're subscribed because that's exactly what we talk about here. One of the biggest myths about burnout is believing it only comes from working too much. I don't believe that. I believe burnout happens when your nervous system never gets permission to recover. You can love your job, clients, helping people, and still feel emotionally exhausted because your body doesn't know the difference between carrying your own stress and carrying everyone else's. It just knows it's carrying too much. One thing I notice with almost every social worker I meet, they're constantly scanning the room. Who's upset? Who needs help? What problem needs solving? They're so good at reading everyone else's nervous system that they stop listening to their own. Maybe you've noticed you clench your jaw before work, your shoulders stay tense all day, your breathing becomes shallow without realizing it. You feel tired even after sleeping. These aren't signs that you're failing, they're signs that your body is asking for support. If you've ever experienced that, comment, "I feel seen." I read every single comment and I promise you're not the only one. One of the reasons I love Qi Gong so much is because it doesn't ask you to force yourself to relax. It invites your body to feel safe enough to relax. There's a difference. When people hear stress management, they usually think about thinking differently. Qi Gong starts somewhere else. Movement, breath, awareness. When you combine those together, you're telling your nervous system, I'm safe enough to let go. That's why even a few minutes of intentional movement can completely shift how you feel before a difficult shift or even after a long day's work. Something I've been practicing lately, especially before I begin working, is asking myself one question, and that is, what am I carrying that doesn't belong to me? Sometimes it's anxiety, sometimes it's pressure, sometimes it's expectations, sometimes it's emotions I picked up from someone else. That one question reminds me that I don't have to carry everything. Maybe that's something you need to hear today too. One thing I hope this channel becomes is a place where helping professionals remember you deserve support too. You spend so much of your life helping everyone regulate their emotions, but who helps regulate yours? That's why every week I share nervous system tools, Qigong practices, wellness conversations, and simple practices to reconnect with your body. If this video helped you even a little, would you do me a favor? Hit subscribe, leave me a comment telling me one thing you're going to do this week to take care of yourself. Seriously, I read every comment because I want you to feel like you're in a real community, not just another YouTube channel. And if you're ready to practice with me instead of doing this alone, I have an online Qigong membership where we meet each week to release stress, regulate the nervous system, and create space to breathe again and have true rest. The link is below in the description if you'd like to join us. Remember, if you support people for a living, you also deserve support. I'll see you in the next video, family. Until then, I love you and take good care of yourself. Peace.